Are we talking about the jobs report enough? Expectations, 190,000, like it's going to be here.
We're watching the trucking
I get
segment.
it, but like, wow, I mean, it's Jobs Friday, Fed week. This is going to be a pretty big week, and it really is going to test this October rally.
Well, and it goes again to the idea that there is this underlying strength in the economy, and therefore that the Fed is going to have to push on the pedal for longer than you might have, or I guess the brake pedal for more than you might have thought. For
all these corny sayings in finance. I mean, there's just so many of them.
Baby out with the bath.
Oh, I hate. Oh, don't
heard that
please,
too
don't.
much.
That's my version of yellow spirit plane. Please, no. I hate that
cash
one.
on the sidelines.
Oh God,
You guys have some cash on the sidelines.
It's not timing in the market. It's time in the market.
It's a bull market for advice. Oh.
Okay, all right. We've got the opening bell here on Wall Street on this Monday morning. Sozzi's spooky Wall Street saying.
Bull market for stock openings.
He's going through the whole thing. Oh, very pink opening this morning, not an orange and black one on this Halloween, as we have an AI company called Perfect Corp that is ringing the opening bell. And we are looking for an opening bell. And I think there is some suspense here about what happens in the market next after a very strong showing, particularly for the Dow in the month of October. We don't know what's going to happen. It depends partly on the Fed this week. It depends partly on the jobs report. And we will see, the other thing I'm closely watching is whether we're going to see continued strength in some of the groups that really powered through October. We were talking about them earlier in the show. Energy stocks, which had a big October as a group, up more than 20%. Industrials, financials, these sort of old school economic powerhouses doing well in the month.
Yeah, some spooky chatter, at least for the last day in October. However, it's been pretty sweet over the past 5 days, if you will. The past 5-day performance for the Dow Jones Industrial Average up by about 3.8%. And of course, we've talked about how good the month has been for October after what was a dismal September as well. So ultimately, looking through the Dow Jones Industrial Average at the opening cross, we're lower by about 0.5% right now. You're going to see that mirrored across some of the other major averages. The NASDAQ composite down by about 0.6%, still holding on to some slim gains after what was, or slim gains over the past 5 days after what was kind of questionable week for some of the tech earnings that came out last week, and we'll continue to get some more earnings as we move on throughout the rest of this week as well. Of course, the S&P 500, you're seeing that open lower right now by about 0.6%, but over the past 5 days, still holding on to net gains as well. And just taking a look at some of the sector activity that we're seeing out of the gate at the open too. Let's also check in on the 11 S&P 500 sectors. You're seeing that down across the board right now. Overall, S&P 500 lower. And then just lastly, I want to backtrack here and take a look at some of the meme names. Actually, we're going to hop back to a heat map, because that'll really put this in perspective, as we're seeing just a bit of a bid here in the opening bell on some of those names. And we'll just put that in an equal view to give you, all right,
GameStop,
really mixed right
up
now.
12% there
Look
for
at
some
that.
reason.
Yes, indeed. GameStop. All right, hang on. Let me tap one more time. I'm trying to do my best Vanna White impersonation, but it's not
What happens
working
when
right
they
now.
burn off your fingertips? I don't know. I don't know. Anyway,
Wait, what?
so GameStop.
Why would he be doing that? What are you talking about?
It was the Kit Kat.
It's Ken's candy. Like, come on.
All right.
Woo!